All right, we are live, ladies and gentlemen, ladies. Welcome to another episode of Smash Times. I don't know, man. Two-way chat, gun chat, people chat. I don't know. Pick your poison. We can call it whatever you want to call it. Let me get my screen set up. We were gonna have a guest on tonight, but I don't know. I should have done a little bit better job of reaching out to people because I only reached out to one person and they had a prior engagement. So shame on me for doing that. I almost didn't have a live tonight because I was putting carbon fiber bits on the GTR, and that was a chore. I don't know if you guys work on your own vehicles. I really don't work on my own vehicle because I don't know. Same reason I don't really work on my own guns because if I wanted it to look like crap, I'd do it myself. But today I put a carbon fiber lip on the GTR, and after fiddling with it and putting a bunch of rivets in and redoing a whole bunch of stuff, I got it to fit absolutely 99% right on. So it looks great. It looks great. But man, it was about 5 hours of massaging to get that sucker to look good. It was tough. But yeah, so usually I don't work on my own vehicles. It's never fantastic for me to do that. But let's see who is in the chat. Of course, we got Jesus. What's up, buddy? God, man, Jesus is one of the original OG subscribers. You've been hanging out with me for years, man. I really appreciate that. What's up? What's up's another OG Desert Tactical, another OG. Man, it's good to see you guys on. It's really good to see you guys on, especially on a Sunday. David Green, my man from Florida. How you doing, bud? Hope everything's good. Nice, nice. I got all the decision makers in here now. Yeah. Now we can start the show. Forgive me if I'm always looking a little bit to the left. That's where my monitor is, and that's where I'm kind of looking. And all my chat is to the right. So I'm kind of bobbing and weaving here. See if I can tidy this up a little bit. All right. Yeah, it looks a little better. It looks a little. Let me shrink this down. There we go. You know what's so funny? Jesus, all I saw was the first line. It says we're expecting over 8 inches. I was like, hey, what you do in the privacy of your house? I'm kidding. 8 inches of snow in Pennsylvania. Oh, man. I hope you're ready. It's going to be cold. Will, what's up, buddy? Hey, I got that. I got it to fit. It looks really good, man. I had to take it off. And for those guys that don't know, Mr. Will here in the chat is in Houston with me, and he's in the car scene. He has, I don't know, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 kind of nice cars, whatever. Let's not brag. But I was having a really hard time with this stupid lip. So I took it off. I riveted both sides, and then I had to drill a couple new holes. Anyway, suffice it to say, it looks great now. It looked like shit yesterday. Oh, he like, yeah, you're one of those guys that likes to work on. What's up? Who's the guest? Dan? No, Dan had a prior engagement, and plus he's an hour ahead. So I asked him real last minute, so he couldn't come on. And I don't know. I tried to get this other guy to come on today, but you know, he's just he's all crippled up at the moment. He didn't want to come on. C6 Ladez, what's up, man? But really quick, I wanted to ask you. Look at that. So he couldn't come on the live, but he is here showing his support. Dan, the firearm guy. He always appreciates a thumbs up, and you guys be safe. One of the best sign-off lines in the history of YouTube. Nice. So I wanted to talk to you guys today about a couple things. You know, for one, I just want to come on and say hello. I haven't chatted with you guys in a minute, but I just want to talk about unknown gun companies. And you know, I was talking to someone the other day about a company I was going to start working with, and they were like, "Who?" And it was bizarre to me because I saw them at SHOT. They look like a contender in the scene, but honestly, now that I was thinking about it, I haven't really heard or seen anything that they produce. I've never really seen one of their rifles, never seen one of their pistols, and until I Googled them, I really didn't know a whole lot about them. But apparently, they do a lot of government contract stuff, and it's just not a company you really run into. And that company is Caracal. Even Dan was telling me, they don't. What do they really do in the private sector? They're kind of an unknown. And for one, I just want to get a show of hands in the chat. Has anybody ever heard of Caracal before? Because up until they reached out to me, I had no idea who they were really. Look, Jesus, never heard of them. Apparently, they make some really nice guns, nice ARs. Desert Tactical, nope. See, same thing. Will, nope. Yeah, it was bizarre. It was bizarre. Apparently, you go on their website, they got some. I heard of Holy Cow. Critical Critic. What's up, Carrot Top? Nope. I don't know. I'm lost in the chat, guys. You guys have your own. Come on, be nice in the chat. I don't know. You guys are speaking in tongues in there. Something about cows and midgets. It's crazy. So, what companies have you? So I'm curious. What other companies out there that are really small and kind of no names that you guys have heard of? Because Caracal was a new one up until 2 months ago when I started talking to them. They're the only ones I've kind of not heard about that are. I guess they're a big deal. They make a lot of cool stuff. Curious. Mr. H is in the chat. What's going on, man? Haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you. Nice. Major Havoc gun reviews. Man, I got to tell you, what's funny? I've seen you in the chat for so long, and after I met you at SHOT Show, and then you were on our live last week, I've been watching some of your videos, and I've kind of went back into some of your older videos. You got some pretty good content, buddy. Major Havoc is going to be a big contender, man. His videos are going to crush. The more he does it, I really enjoy him. I learn a lot. I actually learned quite a bit from his videos. So I keep it up, man. I'm digging it. Really digging it. Great Lakes Firearms. Never heard of them. What do they make? Yeah, let's check. Everyone in the chat, let's all Google Great Lake Firearms. Yes, I can type 60 words a minute. I'm that good. No, I can type about 35 words a minute. Great Lake Firearms, they make a lot of stuff. They're in Sparta, Michigan. Okay. All right. Yeah, never heard of them. I bet you who would have a company is Major Havoc. We're talking about companies that are kind of no names that actually are pretty big, but just no one really hears about them. You know what I mean? And for me, it was Caracal. And What's Up said Great Lake Firearms, but looking at the pictures here, Great Lakes looks like, I don't know if they make all their own parts, but they make quite a bit. What are their prices like though? That's the question. Parts are not, prices aren't terrible. Nice. Yeah. So for me, it was Caracal. That was the one. I'd never heard of them. So they're sending a rifle and a couple uppers. We're gonna test out on the channel, and I'm really gonna test these because I'm gonna drag them through the dirt. I'm really gonna put these because AR-15 videos to me are super boring. I don't really like them. I don't like making AR-15 videos if it's just a run-of-the-mill AR-15 because they're boring. I mean, they've been done to death. You can't really make it exciting. So this one, I'm going to really put these to the test, and then I'll make it exciting. We'll do a drag test or something. It'll be fun. Good times. All right. Major Havoc says, "Oh, Gort's in the chat. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Haven't seen Gort in a minute. Glad you joined us." Major Havoc gun reviews is $10.50 for a 2011. Where can you get a 2011 for $1,050? Please let me know. A 1911 double stack for $1,050. Mac 9 DS comp. It's a pretty good gun. The Mac 9 DS comp is a good gun, but it's definitely budget. It's definitely a budget. The Kimber 2K11, it comes in about $2,300. That's a great 2011. I love it. Mr. Diabolo. Is it Diablo or Diabolo? I don't know. It depends if you're Italian or Spanish. Desert Tactical said paid $8.50 jelly beans for mine. For the Mac 9 DS comp, that's a pretty good price. $8.50 for a 2011 is a good price. But then again, I don't want to shit on the gun. It's a good gun. I wish I could buy one. I can't find them really. Even at gun shows, usually I can't really find them for a reasonable price. They're all jacked way up, but man, $8.50, that's not bad. How's the trigger though? Budget 2011s stress me out. Although Bersa has one that's fantastic, and I think, of course, Springfield Prodigy is a great gun for the money. The Prodigy is only 14 and change. That's not terribly expensive. So in the chat, Desert Tactical says it had a three and almost a 4-pound trigger pull, or the gun weighs almost 4 pounds. I don't know. Gerson Witness 2311. You know, I have one, and it is a fantastic gun. Mine is getting some slight makeover work done right now, and that'll be back on the channel in about 2 weeks. Very excited for that one. Kimber DS Warrior under 1K. That's a pretty solid gun. The DS Warrior is a pretty solid gun. Desert Tactical had just under a 4-pound trigger pull. Not bad. Not bad. Mac 9 DS comp. I think Dan, the firearm guy, if he's still in the chat, I think he just picked up a Mac 9 not too long ago. He got a pretty good deal on one. I haven't been able to find one for a good deal. At gun shows, they want premium prices, and I don't know the company well enough to ask for one direct for the channel, but I don't know. I'm going to try and get one. It is on my bucket list to get. The Bersa 2011 I really want, or, you know, double stack 1911, and then the Mac 9 definitely is on there. Major Havoc says GLFA mine had 3.5 trigger stock, smooth slide action, upgraded trigger, porting aluminum grips. Mac 9 DS comp, great for the money. All right. You guys talk me into it. Shame me into it. I'm going to get one. As soon as I can, I don't know. As soon as my wife's not looking and I can get one. Starpoint, what's going on, man? Have not seen you in a while. I hope all is well, brother. I really do. Let's see what else is going on. So I'm just curious, real quick, chat. What is the most underrated gun you shot that surprised you? Drop it like it's Scott. What's up, buddy? Oh, we have celebrity. Drop it like it's Scott. I didn't know you were up this late. I would have had you come on the live. Desert Tactics. Ooh, yeah. Definitely let me know when you get it. I'd love to check that thing out, man. Dirya DY9 Island. Why does that sound so familiar? DEYRDY9 Island. Did you just do a video on this gun? Scott, are you plugging your videos, man? All right, let's. Oh, yeah. I've seen this gun. Oh, it looks pretty slick. I like the grip. Ah, yes and yes. That's where I saw this. You did a video on it, and I remember seeing it. It was pretty recent, actually. Starpoint, do what I did when I was a kid, use hunting slingshots with rocks as ammo. Yeah. You know what's funny? I found a slingshot the other day and I was out in the backyard with my son trying to get him to shoot a bird or something and supposed to shoot cans. It's all right. Mac DS9, crap, went up, currently 931, where I get it in stock. See, at gun shows, the Mac 9 is $1,000 all day, and I heard that they're supposed to be a lot more inexpensive than that. So I don't know. Island is a steal for $500. I don't know. I'll check it out. Scott, what did you not like about the DY9? Let me know what you didn't like. Scott likes everything. And Major Havoc says, I second the DY9 Island. I did videos too. Nice little shooter, ported Island Barrel Glock clone. Only one mag. Oh, come on. There's got to be something else. For me, it was a Stoeger STR9C that surprised me. I agree with that. I have a Stoeger STR9C, and when I reached out to Stoeger and they said, "Hey, would you like to make some content?" I'm like, "Sure." And so they gave me a pretty good discount on the gun. They sent it over, and I was not expecting to like it as much as I did. And I think it's an incredible value. And I think that gun comes with 3 magazines. If I remember correctly, it comes with 3 mags. And what a great gun that was. You need to shoot that more. It takes Glock mags. All right, man. I'll check out this gun. Dira DY9 Island. $500. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. $500. All right, I'll check it out. I'm thinking about changing my EDC as we speak. Let me know in the room chat. Let me know, how often do you guys change your EDC, your everyday carry? For me, I always carry a knife. Hold on. You know what's funny? I used to have an Ocaso knife, and then, like a moron, I walked into the airport with it, and I had to give it to the guy. But I have Tyrant CNC made their own knives for a little bit. And I've had this thing since my first SHOT Show when they were Tyrant Designs, and I've had this knife forever. I love it. It's my go-to knife, and I pry lids off stuff. What was I doing today? I was cutting part of a piece of carbon fiber with this today. Man, I love it. So I always carry this, but my current everyday carry is a Hellcat Pro, and I love my Hellcat Pro. But I just started shooting the SIG. Shit, I just shot it all day today. Guys, help me out. What's the SIG Fuse? And it's my 3rd time to the range today. I shot the dickens out of it, and it eats everything, and I love it to death. So I don't know, man. It's a strong contender for an EDC. So next week, I'm going to run over and take the Hellcat Pro and the Fuse, and I'm just going to shoot them back to back and really see which one is going to be the new king of my EDC. But I love it, man. How often do you guys change your everyday carry? Do you just one and done, or you just keep it forever, the same gun, or do you change it up? Scott has 3 guns he rotates: Canik Prime, Shadow Systems, and Echelon. Oh, we'll talk about Shadow Systems in a minute, Scott. I don't know if you saw, but Mr. Firearm Guy went hard in the paint on Shadow Systems. And I don't know. We'll talk about that in a sec. Major Havoc says, Striker Fired Gun Guys, thoughts on Ruger RXM? You know what? That looks like a pretty solid gun. I got to tell you, it looks pretty solid. Drop it. The blade I carry is a Kubi. All right. Starpoint RXM has caught my eye. It's priced right. Oh, Major Havoc carries a Sig Fuse. Oh, man. I got to tell you, man, that Sig Fuse, I put the last 4 days, I put about almost 500 rounds through it. And the one I got, it wasn't new. I got it at a gun show, and I got a screaming deal on it, and it came with 2 25-round mags and 1 17-round. So, man, I've been shooting the dickens out of that gun, and I love it. It's really a great gun. Let's see. Critical Critic, Glock 19 Gen 3 or Glock 43X? Critical Critic is a Glockophile, folks. I'm just kidding. I like Glocks. They're growing on me. Another pistol I really want to try, says Desert Tactical, is the TSAS PX9 Duty Comp. I haven't seen that one. I'll need to check that out. Drop It says no Sig EDC carry for this guy. Why not? Why not, Scott? Tennessee Tactical, what's up, man? Dude, I haven't seen you in a minute. I hope all is well, bro. You guys are supposed to get some cold ass weather soon, or this week, right? A couple days, snowing, or well, I'm in Texas, so anything above 50, anything below 50, I'm putting on 2 pairs of socks. Carolina EDC, what's up, man? Dude, I haven't seen you in a while too. You know what sucks is I really miss Ivy 8888. They canceled that this year. That event really is cool because then you can connect with heck, I think I met Scott there. No, I met Scott at SHOT Show, and sorry, Scott, that was a terrible introduction I did. But I met Carolina EDC at Ivy 88. That was a good time. Scott says he has the TSAS Duty, and it's great. Scott, you don't strike me as a guy that sells your guns. I think Scott doesn't sell guns. Let me know. Maybe you might trade, but I don't think you sell a lot of your guns when you get them. Major Havoc, TSAS PX9 Duty Comp is good to go. Oh, man, I got to check that out. Carolina says it's back to cold weather. It's 26 tonight. Oh, that's Tennessee. Ugh. Carolina's at 20. Ugh. God dang, that's so cold. Oh, Jesus criminy, that's so cold. Scott says, you're honest. All right, so how I met Drop It Like It's Scott. It was SHOT Show. I think it was 21 or 20. Was it? Or 22? I don't know. It was one SHOT Show. And we're at the Canik booth, and he comes by, and he has a hat. And I'm like, oh, man, Drop It Like It's Scott. That's a cool name. And so while he's walking around, I'm looking at his channel, and I'm just going through his videos, and I'm like, man, that's a pretty good video. Great title. And I noticed some of his thumbnails are so small. And what a jerk move by me. But, I don't really have a filter sometimes. And I go, man, I really like your channel, but your thumbnails suck. And without missing a beat, he goes, okay, thank you. I was like, oh, man, that's a terrible first impression, man. I feel bad. But Scott's good to go in my book. If you guys aren't, please check him out. Drop It Like a Scott's great channel. Carolina EDC reviews. He's got a great channel. Desert Tactical. Check them all out. Check them out. I know, no more IV88, and it's really unfortunate because that was just a really good time. You know, it was very laid back. It wasn't commercialized too much, and it was just a really good time. And it was just strictly content creators and just people that like to hang out. I really look forward to that every year. Man. Desert Tattoo, we get 90 this week in Southern AZ. I'll be in Arizona. I'll be in, my company is doing a company retreat in June or July. I think it's July in Arizona. So it's going to be stupid hot. And it's going to be like dry heat, which I like. I like the dry heat. But I'll be out there for a week goofing off and maybe go up to see the Grand Canyon or something. '40s in Orlando. Oh my God. What are you guys doing? That's crazy. Oh yeah, we met in 2020. It's been a minute. Cold in North Carolina. Cold in North Carolina for Major Havoc. Hey man, are you gonna go up and see our man Greg? I'm dying to see what he's doing. So I sent my gun to Cosine Arms, and I said, because you know I have a pistol up there, and he asked me what I wanted done, and I gave him a rough outline. And he was trying to get too detailed. I'm like, look, you don't tell Picasso how to paint. I'm giving you the gun. You just let me know how much I owe you, and just go nuts. So that gun's supposed to be back on the channel pretty quick, and I can't wait to see what that guy's doing. Cosine Arms is a great company. They do great business, good people. Major Havoc next week or two to pick up 3 guns. Man, killing it. I'm gonna have to come up to North Carolina and go shoot all your guns. All right. You know what I noticed? There's a lot of guns that were popular for a while that have kind of fallen out. Like, who remembers when the Taurus Judge came out? That was a super hot gun for a while. And then now you never really hear about it. And lever actions. Lever actions 2-3 years ago were just all the rage. And everybody was coming out with new lever action guns, 30-30, 45-70s. And it was bananas. You saw it everywhere. But now, where do you see lever action guns? I'm curious to know. I think it was just a fad and they kind of just died out. I don't know. I thought 2011s were going to do that too. But so far, they're holding on, man. And they're getting more popular. I know more people buying. My brother, who's just a Glock guy only when it comes to pistols, he went and picked up his first. He bought the STO, the SIG STO. He likes it. But, you know, he's not used to shooting fancy schmancy guns. So it's a work in progress. Yeah, please do, man. I'm dying to see what that guy's doing with it. Carolina EDC, Cosine Arms is 45 minutes from me. Yeah, I'd love to go up and see Greg in the wild. Will says 2011 makes a lot of sense. 1911s are internal and have double stack is absolutely the way to go. 100%. Plus, I tell a lot of people this, and don't get offended if you're a polymer striker fired guy. It's okay. I still like my polymer guns too. But I tell you what, you're not going to be passing down. I'm not going to pass down my Echelon to my great grandchildren. But my Atlas, 100%. That gun will be here long after I'm dust in the wind. And then hopefully my son or daughter can shoot it and pass it on to their kids and just keep it in the family. And that's the one thing about 2011s and 1911s in general. They're timeless. I mean, I've seen some 50, 60, 70, 80, 100-year-old 1911s that look just like they came off the assembly line. Really just fantastic guns. They'll last forever. Absolutely forever. Carolina, I'm in Winston-Salem, 2.5 hours from Cossaint. Where are you? Uh-oh. You guys should meet up, man. That'd be cool. Drop it like the sky says you're timeless. That's because I look old. Thanks a lot, man. No ageism. Carolina, you're in Rutherford County. Okay, if anybody knows where Rutherford County is, let's try and find EDC. We'll find them at the grocery store. Carolina, have you been to SHOT Show? I think I've asked you this before. I was bugging you to go, man, and I think you should go to SHOT. It is an absolute blast. Definitely check out SHOT. Major Havoc. Oh yeah, look at that. Your neighbors. Your neighbors. Is anybody going to go to the NRA show? That's the real question. The NRA show's in Houston, Texas this year in just a few months. Is anybody going? I will be there because it's obviously in my backyard. So the NRA show, I'm really excited about it. You got to go to SHOT Show. The critical critic, NR who? You know, the NRA, the company that, fights for all of our gun rights. You know, that company sort of, I mean, I don't know. There's so much politics in that. But like any big company or big membership group, there's a lot of bloat at the top. And, I know a lot of good people at the NRA on the lower levels, and they're just good people. But anytime you get up to the management of almost any company, you find there's a lot of bloat, a lot of misspending, a lot of, and that's just the danger you have. I mean, there's a lot of great companies that start out small and they have the right intentions. And after how old is the NRA? I mean, really, how old is the NRA, guys? It's really an old institution. Of course, they're going to be a little bit of corruption in there. It's just how the world is. Oh, my brother-in-law is coming to Houston for the NRA show. Might go with him while he's here. You should definitely go, man. Oh, I know. It's funny, Scott. We never did get a drink this year. That was whack. Carolina says, I'll be going to CanCon. I was supposed to go to CanCon a couple years in a row. Well, the last 2 years. And I don't know, man. It's expensive to go. Just, I don't know. I might try. May is no good for me, man. I got work-wise, I got a lot of stuff going on in May, so it's hard for me to get away. Start Point, Smash Time. Did you ever get up to Abel's Gun Club up in Huntsville? No, I did not. I did not go to Abel's Gun Club under Huntsville. I would like to, but when I want to go shoot, Copandero is literally 15 minutes from my house. And like today, for instance, I went to Copandero. The RSOs were like, hey, it's a little busy at the moment, but this one's going to open up. So a lane opened up. I jumped in there. When everyone left, they put all the new people that were coming in one side and let me film for about 15 minutes all by myself on one side of the range, all 6 lanes. Great guys. When they catered to you like that, because, they know I just need 15 minutes, run in, do some B-roll, a couple talking points, and then, shoot. Really great guys. It's hard for me to go to a different gun range. Oh, Scott, you should definitely come to NRA. Dan, the firearm guy, might come down. I'm twisting his arm. Carolina says, I like to go to GOA event one year. Yeah, that would be a good one to go to. I'm a lifetime member of the GOA. I kick them a few schmeckles when I can. Good people, man, great people. And I think a really stressful part about the GOA is now that it's getting bigger and more popular, I'm really hoping they have safeguards in place to keep it from becoming like another NRA. Are we gonna wake up one day and so is flying on a private jet somewhere, and then you have, I don't know. Hopefully it never happens. Knock on wood. I like GOA quite a bit. It's worth a drive just to see the huge selection, and the range is big. I might. Now I'm curious. I know you mentioned it before, but I might go check it out. Abel's Gun Club in Huntsville. I think my daughter, when she was going to Sam Houston, I think she went up there a couple times. Let me check it out. I don't know. Last Goals was a good time in Knoxville. This year, it's in Iowa. Iowa is in the middle of nowhere. I do like Iowa, though. I drove through it a few times a year ago, and it was all right. Flat. I remember it was really flat. But I don't know. Goals. I'd like to go, but I just can't get away. CanCon, I really can't get away. If it's not SHOT Show or NRA show, I just can't really go, man. My day job is too crazy. Yeah, Scott says Iowa. I'll pass. Yeah, it's up there. So here's a funny suggestion. Here's a funny conversation I had the other day. I thought you guys might like this. So we were talking about, Texas 65. What's up, man? NRA sounds. Yeah, it's at George R. Brown again this year. It's going to be great. Last time it was right after a shooting, and there was tons of protesters, and it was crazy. This time it should be more fun, more fun. So I was having a conversation with my neighbor. I'm not going to put him on the spot, but he knows who he is. So if he watches this in replay, because he never watches my stuff live, he's going to know I'm talking about him. So he's like, yeah, I just got this really great shotgun a few months ago, and I'm dying to go shoot it. And I go, you haven't shot it yet? And he goes, well, I have two shotguns. I shot one once, and I just kind of, put it behind the door. I don't really need to shoot it. It's going to work. Hey, but you don't shoot your shotguns at all? Never? And then I was asking a few other people, and you would not believe. And I'm only not guilty of this because I review shotguns, and so I shoot them a lot. But there's a ton of people that will buy a shotgun, shoot it once, and never shoot it again because, let's face it, shotguns kind of suck to shoot sometimes. I mean, after 6 or 7 shots, they can start to hurt. I actually reviewed a gun. I reviewed a shotgun, and it had an optic on it. So I went the day before to sight it in. I shot it about 6 times. And then the next day, I took it to the range and I shot it another dozen times. And my arm was killing me. And so I had very little B-roll. And I never finished the video. I sent the shotgun back because the butt pad was really thin. I didn't like it. And it was brutal. But a lot of people will buy a shotgun, never shoot it. And it's unfortunate because you should definitely know what you have. And you should train with what you have. Jim Stanger. Oh, what's up, man? This is one of my favorite people in the whole world right here. What's up? His first live stream. Jim, welcome to the live stream. It's funny. I used to do these a lot, quite a bit, actually. And then, yeah, my first year on YouTube, I did live streams almost every weekend. And it was a blast. I did fireside chats. And I don't know if anybody in the chat can remember the fireside chats, but I did fireside chats where I'd go in the backyard and I'd do the fire pit and just hang out and just chit chat, talk about guns for an hour. And then I did my second year on YouTube. I did a ton of interviews. I just liked having people on. it was cool to pick their brain, kind of see how they navigate YouTube and navigate the gun world. And that was fun. But then, my day job kind of took over my life, obviously. And then with kids and everything. So I kind of had to cut back on my live streams, but I really miss it. I'm trying to bring it back, actually. So expect to see more live streams on. All right, Star Point. I have a cousin who bought a SIG P365. Then a year later, she bought a box of ammo. When she told me this, I dang near smacked her. I remember those fireside chats. Yeah, Starpoint, you're one of the original members for sure. Yeah, and it's unfortunate, and I tell people too, they might buy a gun and they shoot it once, they put it in a drawer, but they don't practice with it, and that's where accidents can happen. Gun safety starts at home. You have to be a responsible gun owner, and part of that is you should train with what you own. At least take it out once every. Let's not get crazy. How about twice a year? Go to the gun range, practice with your gun a little bit, just so you remember how it works. And that's the least of what you can do. I'm sure everyone in the chat probably does it quite a bit more than that, but man, it just amazes me how many people will buy a gun, put it in a drawer, and never shoot it. But they'll have it just for emergencies. And that's when things go bad, because you don't know how to use it. And you don't know how to use it under pressure. What if someone's breaking into your house, and how do you load it? What if the magazine's not loaded? What if, here's a funny story. Now it's a funny story. I was coming home from the range one day, and at that day, I decided to do a video on shooting your EDC. So I shot my EDC at the range, out of ammo. It was in the bag. Everything's out of ammo in the bag. So I'm walking in the house with a range bag full of guns. Everything's unloaded. There's no ammo in the bag itself. And my back door of the house is wide open. So I'm walking through the garage. I walk inside the house. Back door is not a little open. It's wide open. And I'm like, holy shit, is there someone in my house? My carry gun is in my bag, unloaded. I wasn't prepared. And it freaked me out. So now I'm extremely careful about always having my carry gun on me. But, it turned out my son had left the door open and he went to school. So it was open all day. But I live by the woods, so I might have had a bird come in the house, but nothing else. But yeah, man, always be ready. Always be prepared for sure. All right, let's see the chat. Starpoint, she still has not shot it. Well, hey, man, if she's a relative of yours, buddy, it's your responsibility as a responsible gun owner to encourage her. Take her out. Jim, definitely, man. That'd be great. You should come out and come shoot with me. Jim's my cousin, by the way. One of the best dudes you'll ever meet in your life. Drop it like a Scott. I have a few guns that I have yet to shoot. Come on, man. Scott is humble bragging. This is called a humble flex. Oh, I've got so many guns now. God. I wish I could shoot them all. Humble brag much, Scott? Actually, I have 3 myself. So touche. Starpoint, every time I buy a firearm, I shoot it that day. I used to be like that. I tell you what, man, I used to, if I got a gun, I would literally shoot it. If not that day, the next day, I'm going to the range. I'm going to shoot it like crazy. And if it had an optic, I was going to get it sighted in immediately, just because I love it. It's a good release. It's a stress reliever, and it's really fun. Plus, if I pay a bunch of money for a gun, you bet your britches I'm going to shoot that thing right away. Sometimes within 10 minutes of the purchase. Well, that's a little quick. Will says, thing with shotgun is most ranges don't allow you to shoot them unless it's slugs only. I shoot mine very rarely. I know. Well, it's funny. I should still do that video. So I did a video review on a shotgun, and I actually didn't. I don't know. I didn't really like it, and it beat the shit out of my arm. So after sighting in the optic one range trip and shooting it on the other one, I had to go get some more B-roll, and I was like, you know what? I don't I don't want to walk around like a cripple because that the recoil, the kick of that gun was so terrible. It just my shoulder, God, I'm having phantom pains now thinking about it. And I'm a big guy. In case you I know I look real skinny on camera, but in real life, I'm a big guy. And man, that gun kicked the shit out of me. Ah, it's terrible. Oh, shooting galleries in the chat, folks. Another celebrity living life large in Florida, the Sunshine State. Lucky guy. Working on it. Yeah, get her out to shoot, man. Humble brag Scott. I rolling his eyes. Sure. Major Havoc's flexing. Come on. Hey, Major Havoc. Oh, I got to go see Greg in 3 weeks to go pick up 3 guns. Boo hoo. No one believes your cockamamie story either, Havoc. Oh, I got to go pick up 3 guns. What a problem to have. Desert Tactical, do you guys shoot new guns straight out of the box, clean, lube, inspect it first? Well, before I knew anything about guns, I would just get a gun and just go shoot it. I had no concept that, hey, maybe you should make sure, nothing's in the barrel, just take it apart, kind of get to know it, clean it, lube it, and then go shoot it. So my first couple years in the guns, I would just take it straight to the range. And heck, I barely cleaned my guns. I didn't know any better. I was really new. And now every time I get a gun, I field strip it, kind of see how it works, and then get my gun butter out, lube it up, and then go shoot it right away. I love it. Gun butter. My favorite company. They won't talk to me. Bastards. I love the product, though. All right, Starpoint. Unless they have skeet range, Carter's Country, they want slugs. I don't mind shooting slugs. Copanera let you shoot buckshot. No birdshot, though. Always strip, clean lube, never out of the box. What shotgun were you shooting? Can it handle? You know what? I'm gonna do that video. I'll put it together. I mean, I filmed it already, so I'll do that video and I'll post it this week. It sucks. That shotgun was terrible. I mean, it looked cool, but man, it just ripped your shoulder apart. It was very uncomfortable to shoot. The Critical Critic out of the box never had a problem. Well, I mean, you shoot Glocks too. I mean, a Glock you can shoot underwater. I mean, it's just gonna work. It's a Glock. I don't like Glocks. Not a celebrity. I'm doing great. Tiny Flex. Yeah, sure, buddy. Drop it like a Scott. Straight out of the box with steel case ammo. No lube, no oil. If it doesn't take the steel, it doesn't deserve the brass. Oh my God. Did you? Someone's been watching too much YouTube. Starpoint straight out of the box. But I do actually believe that too, Scott. If it can't shoot brass, like I don't like guns that are finicky with ammo. Like, don't give me a 2011 and say, oh, it only shoots 124. You put 115, it's not going to shoot right. Well, then I don't want it. If I don't have a gun and it's not 100% reliable, I will not keep it in the safe. Doesn't matter. If it's not 100% reliable, I will not keep it. I'll get rid of it as soon as possible. That's just me. It has to be 100% or 99.9% reliable. Great product, especially below freezing. Oh, we're talking about gun butter. Yeah. Kyle Martin, what's up, man? So Kyle is another guy who's been with the channel. God, Kyle, you've been a subscriber for a while. Yeah. I'm glad you guys are hanging out with old me. He says he shoots some shade out the box. See what it's all about. That's how you do it, man. Drop it like a Scott. I only watch you. Come on, Scott. I would never run steel case in my enemy's gun just my way. Well, I would never put steel in like a 2011 or a 1911 or a real nice gun. But any polymer gun, I could care less. I mean, they should run steel just fine. Yeah, Kyle, you have been here since I started, man. It's funny. I have, so when you have YouTube and you have your subscriber list, or when they subscribe to your channel, they can do it. You can sort it by the order of subscribers. So if you go back all the way, I mean, you got to search. I mean, I have I don't have a whole lot of subscribers. I still have under 30. But you can go back and see when people subscribed. And I went the other day and I went to the first like 6 or 7 pages, and it was a trip, man. There was a whole bunch of people that, some people I haven't really seen a whole lot on the channel anymore, but there's a lot of original subscribers on there. It's pretty cool. Yeah, man, good times. Yeah, so I'm going to release that shotgun video. The gun was beautiful. It looked great. But man, it was just not fun to shoot, and it hurt like crazy. Just, I don't know. I thought about keeping the shotgun and then putting a collapsible stock on it, because for me, I think the length of pull was just too long because it was so far out when I was shooting it. If it was a little shorter and I could have probably tucked it in a little bit better, it would have been probably way more comfortable to shoot. I just didn't like it. I just did not like that gun. Man. All right, kids. What does this say? Got a box of steel once, put it in my ammo stash. Then about a year later, tried them in my Ruger Security 9. Every round would fail to eject. That's crazy because usually those inexpensive Rugers will eat anything. Major Havoc, I am too technical. He overthinks gun and ammo details. Yeah. Well, I have a question for you, Havoc. If you had a double stack 1911 that only shot 124, and if you put anything else that was real finicky, would you keep it? I don't know. I don't know if I'd keep it. Oh, my man Joe, what's up, buddy? Mr. MIA. Have not seen you in ages, bro. Where have you been keeping yourself? He says, I have a Genesis shotgun and it's so soft, man. I am going to post that video. It was a bargain shotgun. In all fairness, it was a bargain shotgun, but man, it was absolutely brutal to shoot. I hated it. And the gun company was like, hey, you can send it back. I'm like, sure, send me a slip. I'll send it right back. I don't want it. In case you guys don't know, sometimes when gun companies will send you a gun, they will say, hey, if you want to keep the gun after you review it, we'll give you like 50% off or 40% off the MSRP. And then you pay them and you can keep the gun. But this one, even though I could get an incredible deal on it, I just didn't want it. I was like, I'll just send it back. It was not great. Drop it like it's Scott. Gotta run, bro. Gotta finish this Gideon video for tomorrow. Oh, look at this. Plug in his channel, Gideon Optics, sponsored. Drop it like it's Scott. If you guys are not a subscriber, please check out his channel. Drop it like it's Scott. Really a good dude. Joe, hiding in Lake Whitney. Do you ever come to Houston anymore, man? You should come shoot. Let me know that. Definitely hit me up the next time you're in town. You probably got some new cool guns. Oh, they still got service rust. That sucks, buddy. Gideon's good to go. Yeah, I had a Holosun diamond last week. Can you believe that? Holosun. I shot it at the range, and it was a rifle optic, rifle red dot. So I shot the Holosun, packed up all my gear. I ran a couple mags. I had one mag, half a mag left, and I went to go shoot it, and there was no red dot. And I was like, well, that's odd. Battery must be dead. And I'm looking, wait, this is a solar one too. So it should have some kind of light. So I took it home, put a new battery, nothing. And I was like, God dang. It's the first time I've ever had a Holosun shit out on me. And I've had it for about 2 years. So it's probably out of warranty, but man, I was bummed out. Bummed out. It was a good optic. I have that exact same optic on like 4 other rifles. Brass will dissipate heat and casings will shrink back. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I try and shoot nothing but brass, but I've shot my fair share of steel. At Renaissance Shooting Club, they let you shoot steel. And I remember back during Ammogeddon, I bought a whole bunch of steel 9mm, and I shot as much as that I could out there. Boomstick, what's going on, buddy? Can you send some of that Texas weather up to Kentucky? It's a bit cold. I wish, man. It's actually it's kind of chilly here in Houston. What is it right now? Let's look. Houston weather. Houston weather is 52 degrees. Brr, that's chilly. But with the wind, it could feels like 50. So that's really cold for us. See, Joe, I have a ton of new stuff. Have you tried the new Fusion optics? I think they are pretty good. No, I have not tried the Fusion optics. I'm really into Viridian right now, and yeah, I have a couple Viridian optics I just picked up. I like quite a bit. Really cool. They look fantastic. Oh, they do, but I don't have the receipt or any of that stuff. I wonder if there's a manufacturer's date on the. There's probably a manufacturer's date. So if it's a 3-year, I'll check it out. Boomstick, you're in the 20s, man. That's when you break out the fireplace. You know what's cool? We actually do that every single year. We during the around Christmas time, we have our fireplace going every single day. We love it. I'll buy a cord of wood and damn near go through the whole cord pretty quick. I love it. We love fires in the fireplace. That's my jam. Jeff Oaks. Are Gideon good? Gideon makes a pretty good optic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if it's. I mean, it's a good optic. I have a couple Gideon optics. They've never failed me. Then again, I have some Pinty and I have some Pinty optics that have never failed me either. And Siley. I have Siley. I have these cheap Chinese optics, Siley. I've never had one lose 0 or go down on me. But I've never had one break. So, I mean, there's a lot of good optics out there. And, just like with anything, the technology is, unless you're banging them against a wall or something, I mean, yeah, get a Trijicon if you can afford it, Holosun if you can afford it. But there's nothing wrong with Gideon or Siley. I'm a huge Siley fan. Fusion CAW circle ass window is like SRO site picture. Oh, nice. I'll check it out. Holosun now lifetime, as I recall. I might get it fixed then. Because I was bummed out. It's a pretty expensive optic. It's around $250 if I remember what I paid. But yeah, I was bummed out. I've never had a Holosun die. Like die out of nowhere, just die. Interesting. Let me know in the chat, who do you want to see on the live stream? I'm gonna start reaching out because I had a lot of cool people on. I don't know. Basically, I just find people I like to talk to, like having Honest Outlaw on. He was cool. Um, Dan the Farm Guy is always a wealth of information. Who else? Who else? Drop It Like a Scott he was on once. That's cool, dude. Major Havoc here was on last week. But yeah, if you know of anybody you want to see on the live stream, I'll reach out and see if I can get him to come on. You can ask questions. Bob with Fusion. I don't know him. Joe, how far is that Lake Whitney? That's where you're at, right? Lake Whitney. Let's see. How far is Lake Whitney? Living the retired life. How far away? That's not that far. Oh, Chris from the 740. Yeah. Dude, that guy's really a cool dude. I like him a lot. I tell you what, I'll reach out and I'll see if I can get Chris to come on next week. Hey, Joe, have gun will travel. If you got a good gun range up there, I'm always look. I'll pack up the GTR. I could road trip it, take some back roads. I know exactly where you're at. I'm looking right Lake Whitney. 3.5 hours. How slow you driving, man? Laguna Park, Cedar Shores. Must be nice. I only require 2 things, Joe. I need a good place to get some barbecue or a famous eatery around the area. Because when I travel, I like to stop in and find some cool spots to eat. Yeah, you let me know if you got a good. Look at this! Hey, look at this guy. Ghosted. I'm sitting here editing and heard my name. Hey, Chris, you want to come on my live next week? You should come on, man. It'd be fun. I don't think you've ever been on. Come on next Sunday. Ha! What a small world. Well, there you have it, folks. Next Sunday, Chris from the 740 is going to be on. Nice. I like Chris quite a bit. And if I didn't, I would never tell him to his face. He'd kick my ass. All right. I'm serious, Joe. I mean, look, if you got a gun range up there, I'll come up. It'll be a fun day. For me, it's I like to get out of town, away from the wife and kids, that kind of stuff. All right. Speaking of wife and kids, it's a school night, folks. So I'll get with Chris. I'll send him a message. We'll get all next week set up. And there you go. Smash Times Lead Therapy is back next week with Chris from the 740. It's going to be a good time. I'll have a lot of interesting questions for him lined up. We'll get to know him very well. But anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out. We reached just about an hour. And I really appreciate all the channel support. I appreciate you guys, hanging out with me for a little bit. And YouTube is just really a good time. I remember try and get someone to shoot this week, in the next couple of weeks. Find somebody, especially if they're like a super liberal or somebody, take someone shooting, spread the two-way message, and let's try and just grow the sport. Just grab a random person and let's get them shooting, man. I'm going to try and grab some new people this week and just take them to the range. Just try and spread the faith. Nice. Gord. All right. So it's settled. Chris is on next week. It's going to be a great time. And same bat time, same bat channel. And thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. Till next time.